Because My Adventures with Superman wasn't enough of a horror show, and that's what it was, they've decided, hey, you know what? Let's do My Adventures with Green Lantern. And no, it's not Hal Jordan because that would make too much sense. No, it's not Kyle Rayner because that would make sense. No, it's not John Stewart because why not? No, let's go with Jessica Cruz because reasons. Yeah, that's the only thing I'm coming up with. Let's dive into this article here from Bounding into Comics. Leaked My Adventures with Green Lantern casting call info reveals new origin for Jessica Cruz. Will she be another girl boss? At this point, who really cares? At this point, who really cares? This Justice League was the Fatal 5 movie absolutely wasn't bad. My Adventures with Green Lantern was one of the newest DC animated shows announced in the past year because DC hasn't lost enough money, so let's keep going. And we have some new details that may portend the tone, quality, and potential that the series may have or fall short of. Oh, look, it's Lois Luz Noseda Lane. That's it. Thanks to a recent casting call with information about ring slinger Jessica Cruz, we have an idea about her character and other details that indicate she will have a new origin. To begin with, she is described as a bullied high school student with anxiety. Moreover, her biggest problem is that everyone around her is growing up and becoming meaner. So basically, this is yet another nonsensical view of high school that doesn't actually exist. All right, sure. Jessica had a normal childhood. She played softball, hung out with her best friend Kyle and Nikki, and stayed out of trouble. But Jess's life collapsed when everyone around her hit puberty and got mean. Betrayed by friends and bullied out of softball, Jess withdrew. Static character breakdown shared via My Time to Shine, Hello, and comic book movie. Okay. So she was a teen who, when she was younger, things were good. Then, when everybody hit puberty, because apparently hitting puberty makes you evil, right? Apparently, once you get to puberty, you become evil. Your entire personality shifts and you become a heartless bitch or an evil bastard, right? So that's what's going on here, people. Puberty is evil, right? Puberty is evil, but mutilating your children, that's fine. That's fine. Giving your children hormone blockers and all kind of thing because some crap on social media told you to, that's fine. But puberty, oh God, that's like Satan's juice. That's the first way to put it. Yeah, that's it. And then she got betrayed by her friends and bullied out of softball. So she and her friends were good until they hit puberty and became evil. So it was like Monday they're good, Tuesday they hit puberty, Wednesday she got a softball and they start to pelt you with ball and beat you up and all kind of thing and throw you out. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. Yeah, that is perfectly fine, people. Sure, that's it. Yeah. Better to be small and safe than to be yourself and get hurt. Oh, Jesus Christ, boy. Eh, that is an awful, awful bit of. Oh, God. We meet Jess at the top of high school, a chronically anxious freshman who starts the year hoping to keep her head down and get by, but who ends up being chosen by a magic ring to be the cosmic champion of all life, the Green Lantern. Okay, the Green Lantern's ring are not magic, so that's a problem right there. But anyway, the synopsis continues. Despite her fear, anxiety, and her low opinion of herself, Jess will find that she does have the tenacity and courage to meet this challenge to become the world's greatest hero. It sounds an awful lot like we will have another misunderstood girl boss who will learn and prove how special she is to everyone once she obtains a magical MacGuffin bestowed upon her with no effort. Of course, because these things should be handed to you. God forbid you do anything with it. Now, Jessica Cruz's origin story, right, is a little different from the other Green Lanterns because Jessica's the way that she became a Green Lantern is different because what happens is that she and her friends stumble upon some criminals burying a body. They kill her two friends. She narrowly escapes and ends up with some crippling agoraphobia and stuff like that. She then ends up bonding with the crime syndicates, Green Lantern that feeds off her fear before she eventually becomes a full-fledged Green Lantern on her own. Now, personally, my thing about it is that I don't like Jessica Cruz Oh Lantern. I mean, I understand how the girl is, but I find that there are too many human lanterns. Honestly, I think the only Green Lanterns that they should have on Earth should just be Hal Jordan, Kyle Rayner, maybe John Stewart, because sometimes Jonathan is interesting, not all times. That's about it. I don't even care for Guy Gardner, honestly. Those are the only three I find it should have. When you see Jessica Cruz, Simon Baz, oh God, I'm kind of sick of it. Honestly, to God, I really am kind of sick of it. Why don't they just become other heroes other than Green Lanterns? They can't do something else? Or they can't get other rings or something like that. I mean, like, come on, one of them could be like, I don't know, a blue lantern or something. God, but I'm sick of it. It's really ridiculous. But changing her origin story, which actually was an interesting thing if you think about it, the whole her and her friends stumbling upon criminals burying her body, all that, her friends getting killed, she getting agoraphobia, all of that. Yeah, it is an interesting, the change that the bullying high school girl who wants to keep her head down and stuff, then magically gets a ring and becomes, oh, wow, that it's almost as bad as what they did with her in DC superhero girls, where they basically turned her into like a freaking hippie who wouldn't shut up about all this crap that nobody asked her about. Honestly, it was a complete and another weird redesign of the character that nobody liked. God, that show had problems, bro. So this is it here, my adventures with Green Lantern as the first logo. And Jessica will be young and untested in the series. She is within the 14 to 15 age range, but they are looking for a voice actress who is 18 and can sing. What? That means the show could turn into Glee at the drop of a hat, but that show had a following singing. Honestly, I started off watching the Miraculous movie, Miraculous Ladybug and Cat Noir movie, and then the minute I heard Marinette sing, I was like, nope, not me and this crap, and I done. That was it. I'm not just everything being a freaking sing along. No. Cruz was co-created by Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver. Her first full appearance was in Justice League number 31 in August 2014. Originally, she inherited the yellow ring of Volthoom from Earth 2 and was a lantern powered by fear, similar to Sinestro, before becoming a full-fledged member of the Green Lantern Corps. She has appeared in other media, including the film Justice League versus the Fatal Five. But again, I said that was actually a good movie. Yeah. She was voiced in that and elsewhere by Doom Patrol's Diane Guerrero. Here's a synopsis for My Adventures with Green Lantern, which is set in the same continuity as My Adventures with Superman. My Adventures with Green Lantern will follow high school student Jessica Cruz, who has her life upended when a Green Lantern power ring falls from the sky and chooses Cruz to be its champion. Things get even worse when more debris from the Lantern's ancient space war arrives along with their alien foes. Oh, God. Look, here's the thing when it comes to this set. Let's take, for instance, My Adventures with Superman. The only reason people like that show is because of the whole Lois and Clark thing. And people are like, oh, they're so cute together. I really don't think so, but okay. That's the only reason people like that show. Honestly. You you take away that aspect from that show, there's nothing else. It doesn't make any kind of sense. It is nonsensical. I've reviewed both seasons, gone through all the episodes and all of that. It is still crap. It is still crap. That's what it does over and over again. I have no hope for this My Adventures with Green Lantern because you couldn't pick a Green Lantern that people actually care about. You know, the Green Lantern animated series that they were actually really good. You had Hal Jordan, you had Kilowog, you had Razor. Really good show. Really good. But no, let's go with Jessica Cruz, a lantern nobody knows, most people don't like, and even less people care about. Why? Because you're DC and you've decided you haven't lost enough money. Let's go out and lose more. That's how we do it. Yeah, that is the way to get it done. Let's go out and lose more. Because the upcoming Lanterns series, that ain't bad enough. No, let's do this. And let's not forget, we still have another season of My Adventures with Superman coming that does not look to be promising at all. So there we go, people. My Adventures with Green Lantern. Will it suck? Probably. Will it suck really hard? Most definitely. Will DC ever learn? Probably not. Will I have to watch this, God willing, to do a review? Yeah. Yeah, I probably will. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. You have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it. If you like, if you're going to hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I shall see you all next time. Take care.